What's up, Paradoxers? We are here for the final chapter of Time Paradox Ghostwriter. We are going to do something new today. We're going to do a live reaction of the chapter, and that's what you're seeing here. I am just going to go through the final chapter and just enjoy it with you, and you guys get to see my live reaction. Alright, so, wow, what a journey it's been, and here we are. So first page, we see Teppei Sasaki right about to revert things back to that agreed upon moment, I think at the start of chapter 46, where he begins to write the series. So let's check it out. Okay, so I think so the time was stopped at that point. That's where he got sent to, and now it just starts moving. So he's been stuck in this thing for 36 years. And now it finally starts to move. The kid's ice cream cone, the birds are starting to move. He's like, I did it. And he leaves his house. And the microwave immediately calls Aino, and he's like, the phone you have dialed is out of network. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, she's not answering. So he goes to her house, and he's like, he wants her to read some storyboards. I guess this is the White Knight stuff. She says, I don't want to talk to you. So he just leaves them outside the door because he has no choice. He's got to just deal with her if she's not going to help. And she says, why are you doing this? Not sure. So he's letting her know that his manga is better than what she has, I suppose, and so she is intrigued. She checks it out in the duffel bags, and she sees it, and she's going through it, probably bewildered by how a person can write so many, considering at that time she just knows him as the guy who's writing it. And she is blown away, apparently, from the art. She's reading it. And so what does she do? She immediately leaves her house, and she goes to Teppei Sasaki's crib. And she is really shocked, and she says... And she's shocked. She asks him how she was able to accomplish it. So good. That's a manga that all of humanity can enjoy. So the goal from the start of the series has been accomplished. And she is curious, when did you start drawing it? She thinks like he did this in real time. And she says, is this... So apparently it's a different manga than White Knight, so he drew something different. I thought he was just drawing White Knight in a better, so she kind of disses him, saying White Knight wasn't as good lately. So now she is quote-unquote beaten back by it. For someone who did a work of art like that, I suppose, and she gives up. She's not going to draw anymore. And so now she's saying the humanity stuff. So she's saying, what incredible ordeal for to do. And she loves to draw. Excuse me, I'm trying to get through this dialogue. She's saying that the manga that he brought her made her realize the true meaning of the fun of creating work. And now she has a new dream, to enjoy drawing the way that she did back then. And he reveals that he drew it just for her, and that it was intended for her. She did it for him. No, he did it for her, and the ambition out of respect. And they're just reiterating the process of creation. So they go back to their original saying of we're two of a kind that just wants to make work that humanity enjoys. And I know now that as she's an adult, she's saying, you know, a great weight has been lifted off her shoulders. She says that she still wants to get better, asks him his secret. And of course he tells her it's eating right and getting proper sleep so she doesn't die. She's just joking with him at this point. And this is the conclusion. She's smiling and happy and making manga. She's tweaking him, and now 10 years later, apparently they're still making manga. And that's the conclusion of the story. Alright, so that was my first time. I apologize if it was a little bit slow, but I think I got through it pretty quick. So, for such an absurd manga from chapter 1, where, you know, the thing comes through the microwave, and then chapter 3, she jumps him on the street, to she's still being a student and, you know, coming to work for him, and then realizing that she is going to pass away, and him trying to compete with her, and then him getting teleported into a secret realm where he comes up with a plan to save her, and then he works for 35 years or whatever to come up with the perfect manga, and all for this conclusion of she sees the Mona Lisa of manga and she's like, you know what, that's perfect, and I am going to be safe and create good work and not trying to work so incredibly hard where I'm risking my health for it. And that's the conclusion. So, wow, powerful series. I don't have any notes for it. I think this is a happy ending. Obviously, the series is concluded, so they wanted to end it. A total of 14 chapters. I am surprised for something with such, quality in terms of just being entertaining and coherent storyline, at least much more towards the beginning. And now, just the final conclusion. I mean, if you read all 14 chapters, it reads pretty quick. Characters are pretty likable for what it is. It does get absurd at times, but for a 14 chapter story, this is a great little thing. I'm glad I did a recap series for it. And that's it. That's my reaction to the final chapter of Time Paradox Ghostwriter. I think there will probably be one last video that I'm going to do to just conclude everything and make it like a real video. But I just want to thank everyone for staying with me for most of these chapters. That's it. See you guys in a few weeks for that final chapter. Follow me on Paradox on Twitter for any extra details. Later.